Arjuna is quite knowledgeable. So he speaks those wise words, and yet he is not wise, isn't it? So what is the difference between knowing it, which is knowledge, and wisdom? Knowledge is knowing it, theoretical knowledge. Wisdom is to be able to practice it, to be able to apply it. Wisdom, knowledge is information you have gathered from external sources. You go through tuition, what do you get? What do you get, sir? Red t-shirt. No, I don't know, I have to identify you. You go to tuition, you get knowledge. The more tuition you go, more knowledge. The more you go, more confusion. Then comes after that. The more tuition you go, the more knowledge you get. But then you may have all the tuition, but you don't have that intuition. That intuition, that ability, that capacity to see beyond those words. In fact, philosophy is in the spirit of the words, never in the words. The words convey the spirit, but it is not in the words. You have to apply, actually, to extract that spirit. You have to apply this knowledge. In fact, as they say, unless and until you walk the talk, you cannot claim to be wise enough. In fact, these masters are very strict. They are very particular. They say, if you claim to know it, you must live it. I repeat, if you claim to know it, you must live it. If you don't live it, you don't know it. Hold on. I know what Gita is saying. But you know, after that, but is there. Is everybody else can see what is that but after that? Now where is the wisdom? Where do you gather wisdom from? That's the reason when I was naming the foundation, I said we must put wisdom foundation. Because what my objective is not to give you information. You already have all that at the tip of your finger. You tap, you have all the information that you want. But has that changed your life? Why? In fact, what the information or the knowledge is doing is actually creating a greater disparity between what you know and what you live. The bridge is actually getting longer and longer and longer, which you can't traverse actually. It's too far. My God, there's such a disparity between what I talk and what I live. But don't blame the knowledge. In fact, there is no accent on this nowhere. That's the reason, in spite of all that you have, you're still where you are. So the question is, where? So what actually you should be interested in? Correct, but what should you be interested in? Red t-shirt. Sir, please tell me your name, sir. I can't continue red t-shirt again and again. Haan, Manish ji, boliye. What is it that you came here for? Again the same mistake. So when you're sending your children, where do you send? Don't say tuition, intuition. Not information, you want transformation. You don't want sight, you want insight. You don't want to see through the fleshy eyes, you want the third eye, the jnana chakshu. You know, the third eye of Lord Shiva symbolizes that jnana chakshu. You have that eye of wisdom. You have that perception which your fleshy golayas, they call, your fleshy organ can't give you. So you have that depth of vision. So what is the purpose? You are trying to get close to the Shastras to gain their perception. And all the knowledge you have, if you can't put it to practice, knowledge is actually a burden. In fact, knowledge is a curse. I will go to that extent and say, Gita is a curse if you don't know how to live Gita. You have done the mistake of knowing the Gita. The biggest mistake you have done is you come to this class. Now what are you expected? To live up to the standards. What the Gita advocates, isn't it? Having heard what you have to do, now you are obligated to live up to that standard. If you did not attend, ignorance is bliss. Blissfully unaware what life is. I will carry on living my life. So glad I don't know. The moment you know, you have to do so many things. You see, you buy a Fitbit. That fellow will track everything that you do. You only slept 4 hours, 30 minutes. You have not walked this much. You have not, your breathing is not in order. That is not in order. Something all will give you. Now, having worn a Fitbit, that fellow is telling you, you have not walked number of steps. Talavali. Headache. Put this watch aside. I want to be where I am. Is it a blessing or a curse? Curse. How can you say that?